What's up, legends? Benchmark Bets is back, and today we've got a massive one. We're diving into the NBA play-in tournament. We've got two games on the slate, the Miami Heat taking on the Charlotte Hornets, and the Portland Trail Blazers taking on the Phoenix Suns. In this video, I'm breaking it all down, giving you my best bets, plus a few leans that I'm liking. So buckle up, I've done the homework. Let's hit these and stack these wins. So, for my plays, I use PropsMadness, the best tool out there for player prop analysis. With MLB in beta at the moment, a great time to be joining one of the best tools out there. If you want to level up your research and start making smarter bets, hit the link in the description down below and you'll get a nice discount on your first purchase. So, for my first pick, heading to the Heat and the Hornets game, and I'm going with LaMelo Ball over 7.5 assists. So, for the season, he's over this line in 33 out of 72 games, averaging 7.1 assists from 11.8 potential assists. Doesn't look the best, but here's where context matters. So this is a play-in tournament game, do or die. So if they lose, they're out. And I'm expecting LaMelo Ball to be used heavily here today and should feature in a lot of assists. So should play at least 30 plus minutes. So when he's playing between 30 to 37 minutes, he's over this line in 17 out of 27 games, averaging 8.1 assists from 13.4 potential assists. And that's a massive jump in opportunity. Now let's talk the matchup. Over the last 10 games, the Heats have been allowing the 6th most assists, and they are struggling in the two main key areas for LaMelo Ball, in the mid-range, where they give up the 5th most amount of assists, and also above the break, where they give up the 10th most amount of assists. So on top of that, in head-to-head this season, he has gone over this line in 2 out of 3 games, grabbing 9 and 13 assists and also 5 assists. In that 5 assists a game, he only had 13 potentials and they were losing by 8 points, so they sort of just rested him. But in the next 2 games, he had 9 assists in a 27-point loss, but he got 13 assists in a 30-point win, and I'm expecting them to win here today. So over 7.5 assists is my first play. And then for the second pick, I am going with Brandon Miller over 19.5 points. So for the season, he's over this line in 38 out of 65 games, averaging 20.2 points with a 27.4% usage rate and 16.1 field goal attempts. So same thing as LaMelo Ball pick, he'll be used heavily here today. So expecting him to play at least 30 plus minutes. So when he plays between 30 to 40 minutes, he's over this line in 27 out of 42 games, averaging 21 points from 26.6% usage rate and 17.4 field goal attempts per game. And this is where it gets really juicy. So over the last 10 games, the Heat have been allowing the most amount of catch and shoot opportunities and also the third most amount of pull-up opportunities, where Miller loves to do most of his damage from. So 41% from catch and shoot and 31% from pull-up, and that perfectly aligns with how he plays. On top of that, the Heat are allowing the 7th most amount of 3-pointers, where Miller scores 47% of his points from. So in games where he's had a weak matchup for catch and shoot opportunities, he's over this line in 10 out of 13 games, averaging 23.2 points from 27.7% usage rate and a 17.5 field goal attempts. And even if we look at pull-up opportunities compared to catch and shoot in a favorable matchup, he is over this line in 7 out of 11 games, averaging 20.5 points from 26.6% usage rate and 17.9 field goal attempts. So Brandon Miller over 19.5 points is my second and final main pick. Now that's it for the main plays. But however, if you want all of my picks, including bonus plays, higher value edges, and 6 other tipsters, make sure you check out Premium. The link in the description will be down below. And on top of that, we are doing a huge deal at the moment for 90% off your first week. That's literally less than 90 cents to get in for your first week. So with the NBA playoffs heating up and also MLB just getting started, there's no better time to join. Use code PROFITP at checkout. Make sure you select the weekly plan to unlock the deal. The link in description down below and also the code will both be there, so make sure you use the code when checking out using the weekly premium link. Now, let's go through my leans. So, sticking with the same game, I'm going with Bam Adebayo for over 9.5 rebounds. So for the season, he's over this line in 40 out of 73 games, averaging 10 rebounds from 15.3 rebounded chances. Now, yes, the Hornets do allow the third fewest rebounds over the last 10 games, but with the playoff intensity, there should be lower efficiency, definitely more missed shots and more rebound chances. And Bam is the primary rebounder for the Heats. Only concern here is that if the Hornets shoot absolutely ridiculously good, then it will limit his opportunities, but still a nice lean of mine for today. And then also I am liking Norman Powell under 2.5 threes. So for the season, he's under this line in 31 out of 58 games, averaging 2.7 threes from 7.1 3-point attempts. So for the season, not for the season, for the last 10 games, the Hornets are allowing the 7th fewest 3-point attempts. So the volume should drop a bit, especially with them using Tyler Hero and Bam to score most of their points. So in games where he's had a challenging matchup for 3-pointers allowed, he's only over this line in 7 out of 19 games, averaging 2.4 threes from 6.6 3-point attempts. So yeah, definitely the usage drops and also the 3-pointers drop as well. So he'll need to hit at least 3 out of his 6 shots, and I don't see that happening here today. So another nice little lean of mine. And then heading to the next game between the Blazers and the Suns, got 2 leans that I'm liking here. The first one I'm going with is Denny Avdia for over 24.5 points. So for the season, he's over this line in 36 out of 66 games, averaging 24.2 points from 28.2% usage rate and 16.1 field goal attempts. So you should play at least 30 plus minutes here. So when he plays his expected minutes between 30 to 40, he's over this line in 32 out of 52 games, averaging 25.6 points from 28.4% usage rate and 16.7 field goal attempts. So the key angle here is that Denny loves to get to the free throw line, and the Suns do give up a fair few free throws, giving up the 13th most free throws for the season. So when he's had a good matchup for free throws allowed, so taking out the bottom 10 teams and the top 10 teams, he's over this line in 9 out of 15 games, averaging 25.1 points per game from 9.9 free throw attempts. The only concern here is that Dillon Brooks will be guarding him, so he might get a few less opportunities to shoot the ball, but he should get his at least 20 plus attempts here and should get over this 24.45 line pretty easily. But it's more of a lean than a main play. And then finally, for my last pick, I'm liking Toumani Camara under 13.5 points. So for the season, he's under this line in 41 out of 82 games, averaging 13.4 points from 16% usage rate and 10.9 field goal attempts. So the main reason for him on this lineup is that he shoots threes and he defends one of the main points getters, and that's exactly what Camara will be doing here today. So the Suns over the season have been allowing the least amount of threes per game. So when he's had a difficult matchup for 3-pointers allowed, he's only over this line in 11 out of 25 games, averaging 13.8 points from 10.7 field goal attempts. I know the average is higher than his current point line. However, I definitely don't see him shooting the basket as much. I can see more of a Denny Avdia, Drew Holiday, and Scoot to do more of the scoring. So definitely Toumani Camara under 13.5 points I'm liking. And he shouldn't get that many threes per game. Even if we look at how many threes he's been getting in difficult matchups, he's only been getting 7. So you'll need to shoot at least 4 out of 7 to go over this line. Actually, even more than that. 5 out of 7 to get out of this line. So yeah, Toumani Camara is a strong lean for under 13.5 points. So that's it for my play today. If you're loving the content, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be covering the NBA playoffs heavily, so don't miss out. And don't forget, 90% off premium using code PROFITP and using the weekly link in the description down below. Until next time, stay safe, gamble responsibly, and I'll catch you in the next video. Laters.